Hey everyone, so we are home, or at least this is our new home, and we are loving it. That is not to say that the last few weeks have not been extremely hard and painful at times, and difficult, and hair pulling, and stressful. But God has been so faithful. I'm sorry we haven't updated more often. That was due to the craziness. And so I wanted to make this quick video. Hopefully, it will be quick, just to catch you up on a lot of details that would be hard to communicate through post and writing, and you probably wouldn't read any of it. So we're here. I hopped on in a car in my Corolla with David Smith and Riley. And that was Joanna. She's peeking in. She doesn't want to be in the video. Oh, there she is. Hi. She's eating ice cream. I already ate a lot, so I can't eat anymore. So David Riley and myself drove across the country. It was amazing. We were don't hate, but we listened to the book Redeeming Love on CD, and it was amazing and just really a powerful book that shows an allegory, a modern day or like in the 1800s allegory of Hosea, and just God's faithfulness and a steadfast love towards us, even though we run from Him, and He's faithful while we are faithless. And it was so powerful to talk through that in the car and pray through it and talk about what it looks like to be a man. And it was just a really sweet time, and we had a lot of good laughs, and it was fun. We were driving about 12 hours. The first day we went all the way to Denver, so that was a record for us, and so we felt pretty manly about that. And then the third day we made it to, or the second day we made it to International House of Prayer. And if you don't know about the International Prayer, you can go ihopkc.org. And I'm not a fan of everything they do, but I love them. I appreciate them. And David, Riley, and I were just so blown away by God's power there. And we walked in. It was like 10 o'clock, or no, 8 o'clock in the afternoon at night on like a Tuesday, and there's like 200 people there just worshiping and singing with all their heart. And there was just evident joy and a thick ness in the room of just peace and God's presence that was tangible in a way. And it was so encouraging, and just spend time. Just really, we made a detour, lost a couple hours doing to go to IHOP, just to really consecrate this next season of our life and just spend time praying. We had some people host us that night, and the next morning we went there and spent more time praying. It was just amazing. God's hand was there, and we just would love to have something like that where people can pray. In the morning, it was like 300 people there on a Wednesday morning. It's just really cool. They're just praying and interceding for the nations and wanting Jesus to come back so badly. So, love to partner with IHOP in the future and have something like that part of a church or something like that. But anyway, it was a really sweet time. But during the time I was talking to Joanna and heard that things were tough here, and so I was not very patient and loving with her, so we weren't doing very well maritally for the day or two. And so when I go there, the house is a wreck. Basically, the first family that moved in, they thought they were going to move in that night. It was about a week before, and they moved. They showed up with everything they have, and opened the door, and the house was a wreck. There was some miscommunication with people who were going to work on the house, and every room was under construction. The house wasn't cleaned. The people before kind of left it in a bad place, and there's rat poop everywhere, and so they were just devastated. Just such a hard decision to move into a new home, and then coming to the new home that you're expecting to live in, and it being chaos. And so they were struggling, and so Joanna came into that, and Joanna was blessed with Doreen, my mother-in-law. Her mom came and helped out a lot, and so we got to work, and it was very hard. I mean, the house is a mess. It's 100 years old, but we were painting. David and Riley helped so many hours and just worked, and now the house is becoming home. And we're starting to like it a lot, but it was tough. The movers that we used, we kind of really used some shady movers. I mean, we saved like $1,000 using them, but don't use fast moving. They're really shady, and the whole time we're like, are they even a real company? But the Lord was gracious, but we lost a lot of things that they may have stolen. Who steals from you? What movers steal from you? I think they stole from us, and we're working through that, and that's kind of annoying and tedious, but God's good, and He's growing through us, and as hard as it's been in times where we're just like, oh, it's moving so hard. God has been so near, and He's been near for the Pullmans who live with us, and near for Paul who's living with us too, and it's been really sweet. And the other night we had a house meeting. We just talked about what we long for, and we are just so on the same page, and we want to grow together. And the community we have is so rich. I mean, so many of the other seminary wives, we're noticing a lot of them are struggling and they're lonely, and of course because they're alone all day. They're struggling and they don't know anyone. But we have instant community here, and for sure there's cons, and we lose privacy at times, and we lose different things. But we're saving a ton of money. We're eating meals together and enjoying each other's company, sharing stories, laughing, babysitting. Where we came up with a food list, and it's only like Joanna only has to cook like once a week, so 4 or 5 times a month, and we're just sharing groceries, and we're only going to be spending about $150 a month, and just we just love it, and we're getting to the place, and I'm especially, my heart's getting to the place where when people don't live in community, I'm feeling bad for them, because usually when people hear, oh yeah, we have 10 people living in this house, 5 bedrooms, 2 bath, they're like, oh, we'll pray for you. And I'm getting the place, oh, I'll pray for you. You don't get this rich community, and what in the world is good and worth having that doesn't cost something? What in the world is so good that doesn't have some cons that are worth hurdling over? And so we are so blessed with that. Now, speaking of the neighborhood, I actually really like Minnesota right now. I mean, it's humid. I mean, some days are really nice, and some days are so humid that you're just like sweating at the table. I'm used to that from Georgia, but it's been a while. But it's beautiful here. I'm surprised. Most people think Minnesota is just horrible. And it is for a lot of months, but I'm coming in a good month. I like the neighborhood. We live in a very multicultural neighborhood. A lot of people are really nice. It's called Minnesota nice. Not really nice, but they're fake nice. But it's nice to have fake nice. I mean, it's better than mean. So the neighborhood's really cool. We live right next to a high school, like across the street, in the house across the street from this community center. I've been starting to play basketball and working out there and getting to know and try to reach these people. And it's a really hardened group. That I'm going to really have to be good at basketball to connect with them, because they're just really won't give me a light of day. And so just working on my game and trying to get in the place where I can earn some cred on that court, so I can really get to know them. And some of my brothers in the seminary wanted to come down and play basketball to reach them. As I think about where we're living in the city of St. Paul, and I love that. Paul is who I mirror my life behind outside of Christ, and I feel like I resonate with him, and I'm going to have a similar calling to Paul. So it's so cool that we're in St. Paul. There's about 268,000 people here, and most of them don't know Jesus. And so my heart is starting to burn. We're starting to strategize and pray, and we really want to get in a place where we're so unified that we'll be ready to really reach out. And so we're in a prep phase right now. We think one of the most powerful apologetics and testimonies of the gospel is people who are unlike each other loving each other by the power of the Spirit. What a powerful testimony that is. Can I say powerful again? And so we're just enjoying that and excited about gospel opportunities here. I've been meeting with the church, and it's really encouraging, because I said, I came to Bethlehem, and I was like, hey guys, I'll do whatever, I'll sweep, I'll do whatever. And they were just very cool. The pastors just wanted to hear my heart and my gifts and my background. And they're like, Sam, you don't have to just sweep. Let's get you where you're gifted, where you're passionate for. And so I may intern under some sort of ministry here. And then for those of you guys who've talked to me about support, who are interested in supporting us monthly, could maybe give tax deductible gifts to them, and it'll go to us as a salary. So that's in the works. So pray for that God would strategically place us where the best place, where there's need, where we will most be fruitful for the gospel. And so that's really exciting. Now I just want to give you an update with Joanna. She's writing blogs, but she's doing so well, and God has brought our marriage closer than ever, and we're enjoying it, and she's really excited. She really thinks it's going to be the sweetest next 4 years, and she's excited about living with Molly and Sarah, and just the unity, and it's going to be sisters, and she's excited about that, and I am too. And that was something big about picking BCS. I wanted to go somewhere my wife would thrive and not wither, and she seems like she's going to blossom a lot. Now, just want to give you a feel for the house setup. So basically, we have this one room. It's very clean. Not, but it's a small room. It's a little bigger than what we used to have, but it's perfect for us. And we have another room that we're sharing. Elijah's in it, and then his new bestie, maybe future wife, sister, who's 2 weeks younger, Olivia, is staying with him. See the picture, and so that's one room. Another room is going to be for the Pullman's two kids. So that's Titus, who was adopted. He's a joy, and Grace, who is a delight, and she's about 5. And then right over here is the Pullman's, Molly and Adam. We're sharing one bathroom, which was really scary at first, but it's actually working out to be really great. We like it, and we never shower, so it's all good. Not really, but it's working great. The main floor, spacious, it's good. Working on it still. And in the basement, Paul's living there. He's in the seminary with me, and he's getting married in October with Sarah. And so we're excited for her to join us, and she comes often, and we're connecting with her. Now, you may be wondering how are things going out at the seminary. I haven't started classes yet. The classes start next week, and I'm so excited about it. But the past couple of days have been so good. We had a retreat called Telling God's Story, and so myself and my 15 other guys in my cohort, my seminary, went to this other campus with several of the professors, and each of us had about 25 minutes to share our story, God's story, what He did in our life, and then afterwards everyone comes around and smothers us and prays for us. And man, the stories in our group just made my heart sing, made my heart cry, made my heart just rejoice, and I felt so encouraged that I was so like-minded with these guys. We had guys from every background, newly born again, guys from Church of Christ, guys from a Mormon background, all these different things, and God just beautifully weaved us together. And I'm so excited about the kind of growth we're going to have together as brothers, and it just seems right now we're so unified. And I know we're in a honeymoon stage, we're going to have our times, but I just really love my guys. I'm so excited to be with them, and these are a band of brothers I can really fight with, and I just so excited. Today we had orientation, just hearing from the professors, and just those times where you hear from someone, your heart just is like resonating. You're like, yes, I want that. That is good. That sounds right. That's what I live for. And I'm just really, really thankful to Jesus for making me come here, because this was never my idea. And so just want to thank everyone who's been praying for us and supporting us, and just what a blessing you have been to us. And that's really cool. You never know what you don't know, right? Hence why you don't know it. And as I'm seeing this curriculum more and seeing the books we're studying, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that was something to know. And I'm just so excited about this next season. I'm getting these tools under my belt that are going to just advance my ability to ultimately to see Jesus more. And that's my heart. I want to see Him, and then I want to be equipped to show Him. I want to be able to say, look at Him. And right now, I can do that. I think I've been gifted in that, and I can do that well. But I think after this next year, and the next year, and next year, I'm going to be able to do it so much more. So thank you for your support and just helping us set apart a season of special training for ultimately greater gospel and ministry fruitfulness for the long term. And so very, very excited to be here. So thanks for your prayers, and I'm going to send you more updates and videos so you can kind of see the picture and visualize more. And we're just, it's good to know when you're in God's will. And that is not to say we're not without pains, and there's other things in my heart that are very hard and painful at times. But happiness is not the same thing as joy, and we have joy. We're not always happy here, but we have joy. And there's no better place than to be is in God's will and right where He has you. So thank you guys. Pray for us. I just want to say God is so good. He's far better than any of us can imagine and can deserve.